The 1967 and 1968 NBA season was the 22nd season of the National Basketball Association. The season began October 13th, 1967 and ended on March 20th, 1968. The Seattle Supersonics and the San Diego Rockets began play as the league expands to 12 teams. The NBA expands its regular season from 81 games per team to 82 games, where it still stands to this day. The Detroit Pistons moved from the West Division to the East Division. Spotlight, what's going on in this NBA rap? Those are some quick facts about this season. Let's jump into the team records. The Philadelphia 76ers led the league and the East for a third straight season with a 62-win, 20-loss season, followed by the Boston Celtics, 54-28, New York Knicks, 43-39, Detroit Pistons, 40-42, Cincinnati Royals, 39-43, missing the playoffs, and Baltimore Bullets, 36 wins, 46 losses, missing the playoffs. The St. Louis Hawks led the West with a 56-win, 26-loss record, followed by the Los Angeles Lakers, 52-30, San Francisco Warriors, 43-39, Chicago Bulls, 29-53, Seattle Supersonics, 23-59, missing the playoffs, and the San Diego Rockets, 15 wins and 67 losses, missing the playoffs. Let's jump right into our season leaders and all-star game. The scoring champion of the season was Dave Bing of the Detroit Pistons, amassing 2,142 points, averaging 27.1 per game. The rebounds leader was Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia 76ers, amassing 1,952 rebounds, averaging 23.8 per game. The assist leader of the season was Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia 76ers, dishing out 702 over the season, averaging 8.6 per game. The 1968 NBA All-Star Game was the 18th All-Star Game and was played at Madison Square Garden in New York City on January 23rd, 1968. Both the expansion Seattle Sonics and the San Diego Rockets had All-Stars in their first season as part of the NBA. Hal Greer shot 8 for 8 and scored 21 points off the bench to help the East to 144-124 win against the West and take home MVP honors. The Eastern Conference All-Stars were Oscar Robertson and Jerry Lucas of the Cincinnati Royals, Dick Barnett and Willis Reed of the New York Knicks, Bill Russell, John Havlicek, and Sam Jones of the Boston Celtics, Gus Johnson of the Baltimore Bullets, Dave Bing and Dave Bouchier of the Detroit Pistons, and Hal Greer and Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia 76ers. They were coached by Alex Hannum of the Philadelphia 76ers. The Western Conference All-Stars were Lenny Wilkens, Zelmo Beatty, and Bill Bridges of the St. Louis Hawks, Bob Boozer of the Chicago Bulls, Jerry West, Archie Clark, and Elgin Baylor of the Los Angeles Lakers, Don Kojic of the San Diego Rockets, Mahdi Abdul-Rahman of the Seattle Supersonics, and Jim King, Rudy LaRusso, Clyde Lee, and Nate Thurman of the San Francisco Warriors. They were coached by Bill Sharman of the San Francisco Warriors. Let's get into our award winners of the season, and you know we need that Rookie of the Year award here in Spot World. Just hit that like button right now. Hit that sub button if you're new. The MVP of the season went to Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia 76ers. The Rookie of the Year, Earl Monroe of the Baltimore Bullets, averaging 24.3 points per game, 4.3 assists per game, and 5.7 rebounds per game. The Coach of the Year went to Richie Guerin of the St. Louis Hawks. Making the All-NBA first team, we have Dave Bing of the Detroit Pistons, averaging 27.1 points per game, 6.4 assists per game, and 4.7 rebounds per game. Oscar Robertson of the Cincinnati Royals, averaging 29.2 points per game, 9.7 assists per game, and 6 rebounds per game. Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 24.3 points per game, 8.6 assists per game, and 23.8 rebounds per game. Jerry Lucas of the Cincinnati Royals, averaging 21.5 points per game, 3.1 assists per game, and 19 rebounds per game. Elgin Baylor of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 26 points per game, 4.6 assists per game, and 12.2 rebounds per game. Making the All-NBA second team, we have Hal Greer of the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 24.1 points per game, 4.5 assists per game, and 5.4 rebounds per game. Jerry West of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 26.3 points per game, 6.1 assists per game, and 5.8 rebounds per game. Bill Russell of the Boston Celtics, averaging 12.5 points per game, 4.6 assists per game, and 18.6 rebounds per game. Willis Reed of the New York Knicks, averaging 20.8 points per game, 2 assists per game, and 13.2 rebounds per game. And John Havlicek of the Boston Celtics, averaging 20.7 points per game, 4.7 assists per game, and 6.7 rebounds per game. per game. On the NBA All-Rookie First Team, there was Al Tucker of the Seattle Supersonics, Walt Frazier of the New York Knicks, Bill Jackson of the New York Knicks, Bob Rule of the Seattle Supersonics, and Earl Monroe of the Baltimore Bullets. Here we are at the most important part of the season, the playoffs. This year's NBA playoffs began on March 22nd, 1968. This year marked a change in that the division semifinals were changed to a best-of-5 to a best-of-7. In the Eastern Division semifinals, the 1 seed Philadelphia 76ers won over the 3 seeded New York Knicks 4-2. The 2nd seed Boston Celtics advanced over the 4th seed Detroit Pistons 4-2 to once again meet their rivals in the Eastern Division finals. In the Western semifinals, the 1 seed St. Louis Hawks got bested 4-2 by the 3 seeded San Francisco Warriors. The 2nd seeded Los Angeles Lakers put away the Chicago Bulls 4-1. In the Western Division Finals, the Lakers swept the Warriors 4-0 to move on to the finals. The Eastern Division Finals went to a Game 7 with Boston taking Game 1 on the road and the 76ers coming back to win 3 straight. Ultimately, Boston won 3 straight as well to become the first team in NBA playoff history to come back from a 3-1 series deficit. The 1968 NBA Finals began on April 21st, featuring the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. This was the 6th time in 10 years these two teams saw each other in the finals. This was the last NBA Finals without a Finals MVP award given out. Boston was able to dominate the 4th quarter and win Game 1 at home 107-101. Behind Jerry West's 35 points, the Lakers were able to split the series 1-1, winning Game 2 123-113. Boston stole a road game right back, winning Game 3 127-119. 38 Jerry West points and 20 rebounds by Darrell Imhoff tied the series back up 2-2, with the Lakers winning Game 4 118-105. In a thriller Game 5 going to overtime, the Celtics, behind John Havlicek's 31 points and Bill Russell's 25 rebound game, were able to win 120-117. Game 6, John Havlicek exploded again, this time for 40 points, and the Celtics triumphed over the Lakers 124-109 to win their 10th NBA championship. Spot World, that's wraps on today's episode of NBA Rap. Hit that like button if you here, hit that sub button if you learned something new and you knew. I know you did. Yo, if you want to keep learning new things, hit that video right there.